everybody. Welcome back to the Basement Show with Mr. Knast. I am Mr. Knast. This is Turnbuckle Thursday, and with us again tonight in
Woo!
studio is Darthnexxu5. Nice to see you tonight, sir.
Nice to see you, John. How's it going, buddy?
Alright, can I have a what's up to start tonight? So, if you're just tuning in, Matt started doing that on his stream. I incorporated it on this show. It is Matt's trademark.
Thanks.
If you're not watching this on the Basement Show page, you can also jump over to Matt's Darthnexxu5 page on Twitch. We are co-streaming on his page as well.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to flip-flop or show Darth some support, hop over on Twitch and drop him a follow. And then you can watch some of his other streams he does. He is a crazy COD player, Fortnite, avid video gamer, content creator second. Right?
Yeah, so gamer first, content, yeah, definitely. I mean, it comes back to just like the love of this too. It's something I love to watch, do, and all that. And to me, I'd rather be doing it than profiting from it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. You have, I don't know if you had the comments on or not, but you got
I
Jack
do.
saying good evening. Ron
Good evening,
with a
Jack.
wise up.
Ron, what's up? Oh my
evening.
God, this delay thing. All right, so if you're in my chat, and I'm probably gonna have to write in there. So apparently, the delay hits my Twitch as well, which we all know.
Yeah.
The only problem is I was trying to put it on a bigger screen, but if I don't get to you in my chat, I am sorry. But we are attempting new things here.
Well, if they're in your chat as well, it should pop up on the StreamYard page as well, so you'll be able to see the comments.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's unique. Okay. All right, hang on. Let me put John on big screen because I like looking at his face.
My dome.
Oh my God, dude! Come on. Like I'm looking at here, and on my phone right now. We got 3 Johns in the room. All right. I'm kind of going crazy.
Kevin says I'm going to start this night off perfect.
Wait, how are you starting this night off perfect? You're actually going to get a dub in COD?
Without you? Wow.
All right, mofo. I got you. What'd he say?
Paul's rule.
Oh, here we go. That's what he went at. He's saying the Paul brothers rule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. That's a funny one. Little golf clap for Kevin on that one. Little golf clap.
Little golf clap? Okay, hold on. I'm just showing that my screen. So everyone sees me clapping as I'm trying to tape on my phone, so...
I'm going like this. I'm going.
Oh.
Golf clap.
Love my 2 favorite streamers. We got, like I said, we had talked about it last week. We gotta get Kevin in on this shit, okay? Now
if we get Kevin in, can I at least get him a Bailey cardboard cutout?
You can do whatever you want. It is a wrestling show after all.
I mean, it is a wrestling show, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what are we talking about tonight, man? We went far left when we started.
Well, we have the last 5 matches of WrestleMania 39 to talk about.
Wait, there was 4. What it got added?
The Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio.
Ah, yeah, I did see that. Oh my God, dude! When he touched his mother and Rey went off, oh my God! Like half of me was begging Rey to just whoop the shit out of him, like bend him over his knee and spank the shit out of that motherfucker.
We got Native Alter Gaming in the chat. He is actually going to Sunday's WrestleMania.
Native, what's up? And damn, yo, pictures, bro, pictures.
I had just found out this afternoon when I was hanging out in his stream that he's heading out to Los Angeles tomorrow and going out for the whole entire weekend, but only has a ticket for Sunday.
Bro, that is going to be dope because you know what? You're out there for the Hall of Fame and stuff. You got to kind of keep an eye on people's Twitters and use Google Earth and Map and Street View to check it out because when those people are out there, even for high dollar events, there are people that follow them, like their roadies and stuff. They'll take pictures. Their social media people will be taking pictures. You can sometimes wind up going to a spot going like, wait, I know that. I've seen that on Google Earth. That's at this delicatessen. And show up, and sure enough, you might see a wrestler there that everybody else is oblivious to because nobody's expecting them to be at a delicatessen in that area. You know, so keep your eyes peeled, man, because, you know, It can happen. It can happen.
Yep, and then I sent both of you, yourself and Native, the lineups for both days so we can go over that, break down the days also. But we had talked about the first 5 matches
Yes.
last week, along with
Yes.
other miscellaneous old wrestling, New Day wrestling, stuff like that.
So we never touched on the tag matches either. I noticed that tonight when you popped it.
Well, they weren't fully
They weren't
announced yet.
added yet, right? They
No.
weren't added yet. Okay, so we're going to touch on them. So technically, we have how many matches to do tonight?
Yeah, Native saying that's good to know. Good looking. I'm be looking for Liv Morgan.
Okay, here's the deal. And this is the God's honest truth. If you know the New Jersey area, there used to be a place called Hall of Heroes in the Echelon Mall where people would, the wrestlers would go to. And this is back before social media, people. We had gotten phone calls to our pagers, our houses, and stuff like this that somebody a week prior to their event saw Rob Van Dam, Sabu, Taz, and like somebody else at walking around the mall when there was nobody in it. So it was like, all right, let's get up there. So we got up there, and like, sure enough, as we walked in, they were walking out. They got in their cars and took off. And I was like, son of a, like Mr. Monday Night RVD. Fuck yeah, dude.
And then Ron saying stalker advice from Matt with 2 laughing emojis after that comment.
Ron, I am your number one stalker. Remember that.
Then,
Mr. DJ Scoop over there, the DJ's got it, you know what I'm saying?
and then he just said he's gonna try to buy Liv Morgan a drink.
If you find Liv Morgan and buy her a drink, we might have to make up a whole new like show for you, Native. I mean, come on.
I mean, if you can get by, Bo Dallas isn't much, but
Whoa. Do you still believe Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy?
that is debatable. I mean, that would be awesome.
I would love to see it. I mean, it is Bray's brother.
Yeah, and they're not lying about that. So, I mean, that's a whole other topic, though.
Yeah. So where did we want to start tonight? Did we want to recap? We want to go into some other stuff? What do you want to do?
You telling me?
I don't know. I was feeling froggy tonight, bro. And speaking of froggy, the only thing I can think of that comes to mind is 5-star frog splashes.
Okay.
And who did it better?
Ooh,
Who does the frog splash in wrestling? So you got Eddie Guerrero,
Yep.
Rob Van Dam,
Yep.
Rey Mysterio. Every once in a while does it.
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody new that's really pulling it off, right?
No, not recently. No.
I mean,
Montez Ford. There you go.
okay, Montez Ford does it, but he does that split leg one too, right? He
Yeah.
goes in and chop. Okay,
But he
all
gets
right.
some
So
mad height to it.
well, I mean, how tall is Montez Ford? What's he like 6'5"?
Yeah, at least.
And he's got a vertical, man. I mean, he's no. I'm not disrespecting him or nothing, but my man's got a straight up vertical. I mean, I don't think he should be wrestling. I think he should be playing some ball, watching how he goes, man.
Nate wants to know: did you see the one he did on Monday? I missed it.
I missed it. I've been, and this is gonna come to my chat as well. Um, uh, Tastes Like Paint is a person of our community in the Nexus militia, and he works with me, and he is our second shift guy. For the past 9 months, his wife has been pregnant with their second child, and he took some time off to do that. So I got asked if I wanted to take my old shift back and cover it while he was out, and I said, of course I would. I'm a team player. I can do what I need to do. So my schedule is 8:30 at night, or 8:30 in the morning until 7 at night, Monday through Thursday. But I still work my shift, which is still Friday. So I'm working some OT. We're getting it in, man. Get it in while you can, you young people. Don't ever look the gift horse in the mouth. But he had his baby yesterday. Wait, what's today? The 30th? No. Was it the 28th? Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the 28th. And both both baby and mother are doing well. and I wish him the best. Paint, if you're watching this, bro, I love you. Congrats, man. Congrats. Thank you for, bringing another one into the fold in the family, bro. So back to it. Let's get to this high flyer. Like I'm partial. You know that. I'm old school. I like Montez Ford. I like what he does. I like what he brings to the table. But if I'm going 5-star frog splash, man, it's got to be Mr. Money in the Bank, Mr. Pay Per View,
Yeah,
Rob Van Dam.
That'd be my vote too, hands down.
I mean, Eddie was great at what he did doing it, but watching Rob Van Dam jump across a ring, turning in midair sideways to adjust to the way the guy was laying, to pull those off, pure poetry in motion, dude.
Oh, absolutely. And I know Poetry in Motion was made famous by the Hardys, but
yes, it was.
but you can't knock RVD and his assets and stuff like that.
You can't. Well, the Poetry in Motion was the tag team offensive. The way they did it, like they crisscross, like they bounce off the rope, they hit it. It was Matt hit a move, Jeff hit the move, then Matt hit the other move. Now, going back to that, you also have aspects. We've seen a ton of tag teams do it. Rob Van Dam comes into conversation again. Rolling Thunder. Him and Sabu used to do it when Rob would go for the Rolling Thunder and Sabu would come over with the leg drop. And it was a tag team specialist nightmare because you're like, Sabu, the crazy genocidal, homicidal maniac, is on the other side of the ring hopping over and leg dropping across your throat. You don't know if he's going to miss or not. And RVD's rolling at you and like bridge splashing you with his back. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely, a good convo. Now in the chat, I'm seeing Eddie a lot, RVD right now, Montez Ford. Okay. I'm loving that people are getting in on this. Eventually we're going to do a poll night. Me and John are just going to sit back and we're going to let you, the viewers, be the show while we sit here and discuss it. Yeah, and I think that's a great idea.
Well, that's what this whole show's about, is our interaction with the people watching and listening. We want them to feed us ideas on what to talk about. So
oh, yeah, definitely.
That's the premise on all these shows that I do.
Now, I am seeing something in chat that's got me a little disturbed. So can I get a flare gun, please? I need to shoot up a flare towards the north and wonder why my Canadian brethren is not on right now.
My guess is Jesus Freak is trying to steal my spotlight. He started his stream 5 minutes before I started.
Hold on. Now, we've heard of celebrity boxing and celebrity wrestling and celebrity MMA. Do we have to do a celebrity SmackDown where it's Nexus versus the Freak?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
Because you can stream your show. If I bring him in, he could stream to his channel, too.
Well, yes, we could all do that. But if we were doing that right now, we'd probably be seeing him play Fortnite.
More than likely, yes.
That's probably what he's playing. If he's not playing, what was he playing last week? Sports game. What the hell was he playing?
They've been playing MLB The Show a lot, too.
That's it. All right, that's what I saw him doing the other day.
All right, so Kevin's been playing it, so.
Kevin who?
Peak.
What?
Kevin Peak.
I'm at a loss for words right now. I don't even know what to say. My COD brethren is out there playing basketball while he should be out there getting dubs.
It's baseball. Get it right.
Okay, baseball, whatever. And Mel, I hear the show and I'm thinking like NBA 2K to show like, LeBron James dunking on you, bro.
No, well, it's not the show in NBA. It's just NBA 2K, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm so far out of touch with sports games anymore, it ain't even funny. Except for WWE, I've seen that,
Yeah.
So now that we've gotten a little out of there, I did have one question for you, brother. I did catch some of your show last night. I didn't catch it all due to a severe migraine issue again, which are getting worse, and I am going to get taken care of. But talking about games last night, it got me thinking about wrestling games.
I mean, that is definitely a good topic. Sure.
So I gotta ask, and I would love to do this as a poll, but I don't know how to do it yet, and we're going to work on that. But if you want to write it in chat, we would love to hear it. I gotta ask Mr. Nast, out of every wrestling game you have played, which one was your favorite?
Hmm.
Ooh, ooh, there was a ooh.
Well, I have two.
You want to do a top three?
I can only name two. As my
Okay.
top.
Okay, then do that, and we'll leave a question mark for when we actually do a poll.
My number one, hands down, without debate, is WWF WrestleMania 2000
Okay.
on the
Okay.
old Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then my second one is WCW. What was that? No, not No Mercy. Was
No.
it No Way Out?
No. No Way Out was a WWE
So
unless
No
they came
Mercy
with
then,
No Mercy. I think it was.
with Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan and all
Yeah.
them on the cover.
Okay. Yeah. Was that the NWO one?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. I know which one you're talking about.
my
I
top
can see
two.
the game. I can see the game cover, and I'm going. um. I do have three. I mean, there's more than three, but um, Raw is War
Okay.
on the PS1. It was the first time that it was actually fun to watch because, you're getting ready to go out with the boys to the mall and shit, and you're getting dressed in your black pants. You got your Suck It t-shirt on, and you're trying to get pumped before you go. And instead of cranking Master of Puppets or something, you could listen to the entrance theme songs of the people. So DX obviously was on it.
Yeah.
So you could listen to it over and over again. Break it down. That's in there. I'm not giving away which one's top, Raw versus SmackDown, and I want to say it was 2006. Was it 2006? My sister-in-law, which is my sister, not Morgan, my youngest one, we would play that till no end, and I would get so pissed off because I would pick like my favorite wrestler. She'd pick Great Khali. So one head chop and you're down, and it's like this bitch is beating me. Okay,
pretty
okay.
much.
So that's another one. And then one of my all time favorites was I don't remember the name of it, and I do have it in my collection out there. And it was on the Super Nintendo, and I think it was WWE Superstars. It had like Big Boss Man, Doink the Clown, and it was a little bit more hokey than actual wrestling. Like Doink hits you with a fucking mallet and stuff. They had like special attacks, stuff like that. It was really fun.
Let's see. I think it was called WWF Raw. Came out in 1994. And
Yeah, that was the one for PS1.
No, that was on the old Sega Genesis. And
So which one was it? Raw is War or War's
it just says Raw.
Okay, Raw is War is the one on PS1. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay, so the one that was on Super Nintendo was just called WWF Raw.
Okay, all right. So that's the one.
Okay. And Morgan says you can suck it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you its tag team champions of the world, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. Sorry, I had to get that one out. You can't say something like that and then not do it.
And if you're not down with that, we got two words for you. Moving on.
Yes. I was going to go there, but I
didn't. But, yeah, we had started talking some of the matches last week. I have my sticky note somewhere, if I can remember where I put it. Oh, here it is. So last week we talked about Seth versus Logan, Brock versus Omos, the Originals versus CTRL, Edge and Finn, Theory versus Cena.
Did you... I hate to cut you off. Did you actually watch any of Raw or catch any highlights?
Not yet.
Oh my God!
I heard they beat the hell out of Solo though.
Yeah, well, Solo was wrestling
Cody.
The Usos came to interfere. Sammy and KO came down and started fighting them, and Rhodes won the match.
Mm-hmm.
So during that, like when they do those promo, your promo cuts during like, intermissions, we all saw edges where he was around the candles, and it was kind of like he was bringing the Brood back or becoming part of the Brood again. Finn goes off and talks about his demons. And I just went, that's it. The Demon King is back. It's happening. We talked about this. We touched on it. Fucking A.
Yeah, well, Native's already jumping the gun and asking who you got, Roman or Cody?
We're going to get to that. Native, stick around for the whole show. We're getting to that. We are going to get into some big talks, buddy.
Yes, and that is another rumor that they had announced. Gangrel is going to be in L.A.
I love rumor mills so much, even back before there was social media, when you used to hear it through like the 1-800 hotlines you could call for WCW, WWF, stuff like that. Because you would hear like backstage talk that you didn't see on TV. Like backstage rumor was this person was seen walking into the building, but nobody can confirm. And it's like, dude, what? Wait, are you serious? And then people that went to live shows would like go to like back when it was forums before there were videos and stuff, go to an online chat forum if you owned a computer back then and look it up and go, holy shit, Gangrel was spotted here. Wait, what? Like, yo.
Well, they did the same thing back in 2015 with the Royal Rumble. How The Rock's putting on Twitter that he's at Gino's getting a cheese stick.
Yeah, well, that's like the Hardys. Look how secretive that was when the New Day came out and they were like, everybody was like, oh man, it's going to be the New Day versus, you already saw Hardy signs because people knew. I mean, if somebody sees Jeff Hardy walking down the street during a major event that's in a town that's not his own where he lives, you're like,
no.
Hardys are coming back?
Well, you also nowadays get that vibe once they start talking about somebody that they're coming back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like you knew Cody was coming back last year before you even
I
in the ring.
I can't believe Cody gave up AEW, though. What he had there to take himself not only out of the spotlight, not only off of cards, but to take himself out of a VP position blows my mind.
Yeah.
But I love that he kept the American Nightmare persona.
He brought it with him. He told Vince that's when he would come back.
I will say this, though. The neck tattoo still... I love the look of it, but, dude, come on. That was bad placement on your part, bro.
Well,
I love it, but
This has to be interesting.
Last time, Rock was recording a random video. He was wearing knee pads with training. Does he need knee pads for... He's definitely coming back. I kind of agree with that. Native, I agree with that. If you look at his normal workout videos, he's still a big guy. But if you look lately, he's slimmed down more. Like you don't see... His definition is still there, but instead of being blown out like this, it's slowed in. I kind of want to say that WrestleMania happens, and at the next big pay-per-view, if Roman still has the title, with Roman being how he is and the mouthpiece, Mr. Paul Heyman, I see Rock taking him. Like, not taking him out. He goes to take him out. He's winning the title. He goes to win the title. It'll probably be after like a Money in the Bag thing. Rock will win the title, be disheveled. Whoever's got the Money in the Bank contract comes out, knocks the Rock down, pins him. 1, 2, 3, they win the title. Now it starts another new feud. But the Rock then can come back, be a mouthpiece for a few, and then leave. Yeah. Sets it up for great storyline. I mean, that's the premise of it.
And they're saying Cody left AEW because it wasn't Cody's baby anymore, like he said. He wants WWE Gold for Dusty's memory, which is a very true statement.
I love that. I love that. If Cody came back and did that, like, one of the things with Cody was he's got, as you all know, he's got Dusty right across his heart, right on his chest. If back when he was doing the tattoo, if he really would have done the best thing I could think of was right here. No. Down here on this side, and even though that Dusty tattoo means so much to you, have it upgraded with Dad over here as the American Dream and do like an American Dream logo.
No.
And this way it's like yin and yang, bro. That would have wowed me for a tattoo idea for him. But I kind of love where he went when he left, and I love the direction that the Young Bucks took in AEW after he left.
True. And he's saying he even teased his Fortnite skin on a random video with the mask and his mini fridge. He does these weird teasers sometimes. Okay.
Huh. All right.
And then Ron saying Roman is losing to Cody. Roman versus Solo. Uso versus Uso coming soon.
Well, we all knew that was coming.
Yeah, I mean they're all going to break up eventually. I mean
Every faction always breaks up. It may not be for long, but it happens.
Now, does the same thing happen before though? Does Paul Heyman turn on Roman, or does he just stick with him then leave you?
Now let's put it this way. When's Money in the Bank? Money in the Bank's later in the year, right?
July?
Okay. So Roman keeps the title. Cody doesn't beat him, right? Say, and this is a hypothetical. Cody doesn't beat Roman. Roman holds the title. Keeps it till Money in the Bank, right?
Okay.
Lesnar gets in the Money in the Bank contract match. Wins it. We've seen Lesnar do it before. Lesnar holds the title. Or Lesnar holds the briefcase. We all know Lesnar's not going to cheap shot him. He's not going to cheap shot him. He's going to go, next pay-per-view, here, let's go. Because he has no... Roman Reigns has nobody to be scared of. I mean, not Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar has nobody to be scared of. So if Brock walks in with a Money in the Bank, if it goes to Cody doesn't win it and they keep Cody in the main event thing because he got screwed and shit like that, and then down the road Roman doesn't lose it still, you set up a big thing between Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns again. But again, I don't see it happening. But I haven't made my pick yet, so y'all have to stick around for that.
And they're just saying I can see Solo turning eventually. I mean, his name is Solo. Laugh out loud. If Roman loses the belt, that's when Paul turns on Roman. Interesting.
I don't want to get into that till we make our pick. We can discuss that one.
And then Ron says Lesnar is finishing up, in quotes, his words. I mean, he has been rumored to going back to UFC.
MMA, yeah.
So,
Well, we'll talk about that a little later on the show. You all just have to stick around and find out our thoughts and views on that one.
All right.
So, do you want to recap what we picked? We don't have to go into the asterisks. Let's just go into what we picked.
Okay, we both had Seth beating Logan Paul.
All right.
If the match still happens, they still saying it's on the card. It's still there. Brock versus Omos, we both took Lesnar.
Of course, we both took Les.
Edge versus Finn. You took Finn because of the demon. I picked Edge. Theory versus Cena, which is kicking off night 1 of WrestleMania. We both took Theory because they're not going to have Cena a part-timer taking the belt.
We're hoping. Let's put it this way. We're both hoping that.
Yep. And then Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus.
I took Sheamus. I know that.
Sheamus,
as you can see right here.
Yeah. I was...
If you want to change it,
I was leaning towards Drew, but I think they're splitting the belts up. That they're gonna put. I had said if they're splitting the belts up, Drew's gonna be put back in the main event picture.
Yes.
And then they'll put the belts on like Sheamus, who's still at mid-card level.
So before we move further, I have an announcement for you. I made a thought of this the other day because matches change, people get injured, shit happens, right?
Uh-huh.
So if that happens, okay, if we don't get to change our thing because the match hasn't changed or whatever, that's a null and void one. Now, if before the pay-per-view on the next show, if you decide you want to make a change to any match, you get 2 choices.
Okay.
You get 2. So if I wanted to change my Sheamus to Drew and my Lesnar to Omos, I could, but then I'm tapped out. I can't use any more lifelines.
Okay.
And I figure this because me and you and the family have always made a game of this. Who wins? We've done it for money before. We've done it just for bragging rights and just for fun. And I think it'd be cool to add that aspect of 2. Because we don't if it's a full on this person got injured, this person's in the match, if we don't get to change it, that's fine. That's a null and void one. But if we want to change that one, we get an automatic change on. But something that hasn't changed, it's a state map, but you just want to change that one, then that's fine.
Okay.
You get two.
I'm still leaning towards Drew, so.
Okay, all right. I love your commitment, dude. I really do.
But Kevin says no way Logan is losing. Just kidding. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, you can't wait. If you can't wait to see Logan lose, wait till I face his ass.
Well, I think both nights start at 8 o'clock, so that's good. I want Sheamus to win, but I think Gunther will get it, though. So Native saying Gunther retains.
Like I said, we have all these asterisks for all these different theories, man. And Native, I kind of agree with you. Like, after seeing what happened on, what was it? This contract signing, where, what's his name? Pete Dunne.
Mm-hmm.
They call him Butch now. Butch
Yeah.
is his name.
Butch
When he
Huggy
took
Wuggy.
off and jumped over and started beating the hell out of Gunther, all I kept thinking was, you've got Sheamus's Bowery boys, as we'll call them, and then you got Imperium. They're gonna interfere. Who does Drew have? Nobody.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's a toss-up. We'll have to see what happens on it, but I still think if they're gonna split the titles, Sheamus is gonna win it. You're gonna move Drew up and in.
Uncle Chazzy.
Uncle Chazzy, what's up?
Good evening, Uncle Chazzy. Nice to see you on the show.
We back. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And
Love
Ron
having
says
you here.
Carmella is out, so Sonya is replacing her tag with Chelsea Green. So they have announced the rest of the tag teams for that tournament.
Okay, so let's do this then. There's still what? Friday, there's tomorrow, right? Friday night?
Yep.
Since we are not going to be live on our show, me and you will have to confirm everything. Now, on the pay-per-view night, we might have to get on beforehand to find out about matches. Because if something changes off screen, me and you can discuss and make our changes accordingly if something happens.
Gotcha. He says
Okay.
Hank's watching too.
Ah, yes. Hank, what's up?
So,
If you don't know that's family right there. That's cousins, man. You know.
everybody's family in this.
Oh, everybody's family, but blood or not, we got cousins in the house. So where are we?
Well, we mentioned the tag team matches last week. We didn't go into detail because they were to be determined.
Okay, is the female one still to be determined?
Nope, everything's finalized.
Okay. Are we finished our what we've picked, and now we're into what we need to pick?
Yes.
Are we starting with the tag team division?
We can do the tag team matches first, and then we have 3 single matches after that.
Okay. 3 singles.
Yeah, you have the 4.
The
sorry.
2 I was
Hmm,
I keep you on your toes.
I
Keep you on your toes. All right, so I say we start with the female one. Let's get that out the way.
Okay, you have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville.
Oh,
Easy one here.
Oh.
They're going to put Ronda and Shayna Baszler over the top.
oh. See, that's my thing though. You got Shotzi LaBeau in this match, dude.
With Natalya, which you haven't seen much.
Which
earlier.
Natalya, I saw her the other night. She was in a clip I saw on TikTok, and I was like, Natty, just hang it up, please. You're not doing us any favors right now. Damn, dude. Who was the other one?
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Yep. Versus, that's one tag team. Liv and Raquel, that's 1.
Yeah.
Ronda, Shayna Baszler, 2.
Yep.
Natalya, Shotzi, and then Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville.
All right. So the Hooker Crook line is in on this, but I'm gonna say this, even though I know the Ronda pushes in as always. Ronda. I'm going Liv. Liv has been getting some big push when she went out on her single after Lee. What was the group they were in? It was her, Sonya Deville, and
what was that? It was also
Liv Morgan.
Right,
Ruby Soho now.
Yeah.
After that they gave Liv a big push and then took her off, and I don't know why, but I want to go Liv. I really think Liv and Raquel have this not just chemistry, but they're two up and coming stars, and you knock off 6 other women to win a match that sets you up for bigger things and more storyline too.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I love Shotzi, Shotzi's a fucking nut. Wait, these matches aren't even really needed. They had them just so everyone gets a. I get that, but I mean, why do we need a participation trophy?
And I saw Ron's comment. I'm choosing to ignore that because we were talking about Chinese finger traps all night Tuesday night, and
Raquel is a Triple H favorite. Triple H has his favorites, and it's known that a lot of people in the industry get pushes from those kind of people. But at the same time, Triple H is not just a wrestling god, not just a great wrestler. He's a great manager. He's a great behind the scenes man, and he's a great coordinator. I don't like, granted, he might push them, but he may also push them to the end of that match and just go, okay, they're losing it, but it's going to set something up for bigger because something in the match happens. And again, another asterisk. So,
yeah, I'm just writing the matches down real quick on a piece of paper, so I have a hard copy of it. My sticky note's too small, so
books for long term. Yeah, long term books, baby. But yeah, so all right, so I've given mine.
I'm sorry, but I know everybody's gonna hate me, but I
Ronda
think they're
Rousey.
gonna push Ronda and Shayna.
Shayna Baszler, though, man,
She is trash. I will say that Ronda will carry her, but
yeah, but Ronda can't even carry herself anymore. Like, I loved it when Ronda came to the WWE because it was a new aspect of, we've seen Lesnar do it. Back in the day, we had Steve Blackman,
yeah,
Ernest the Cat Miller. But Ronda coming in and her main move was that armbar whip where she like hip tosses you, and then she uses Piper's Pit, which when she first started doing Piper's Pit was just god awful.
mm-hmm.
But I get it. The push may be in because she's back from injury. They want to establish her as another main event person again to get their money's worth.
True.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Ronda is sloppy as hell. Shayna is a snooze fest. I agree. I
I
kind of agree with that.
No, I do too, but I just the way these two women have been basically pushed. Like Shayna, the first ever women's elimination chamber, they had Shayna Baszler go in and just destroy everybody. Ronda for a while was breaking everybody's arm.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thing of just like Goldberg. Look at Goldberg coming into the people he was going up against. Was there anybody, like, he wasn't like full on muscle like Big Papa Pump. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner was, as he called himself, the genetic freak.
True.
But if you looked at a guy like Goldberg coming in, he didn't have abs. They were blown out. He had a nice like chest area. Like, he wasn't like rock solid. It was up there. But they had a guy like him, just because of the attitude and the way he looked and all this, come in and wreck house on people. And just went through the locker room, and it was like, I thought there was people better that should have done it. Just like with Shayna Baszler. It's like, really? You couldn't have done something a little bit, with that? But
I agree. I'm saying face Ronda is better than heel Ronda. No mic skills. That's definitely debatable. I mean,
yeah, I kind of got to agree with Ron on this. No mic skills. Like, she's talking like she's still in the UFC. She's not wowing. If anything, even though they probably wouldn't let him near the WWE, Ronda, do me a favor, girl. Get on a plane. Fly to Jersey. Go find Mr. Enzo Amore. Let this man show you how to work a mic.
How you doing?
How you doing? Let me tell you something. While that was said, that man, for his mic skills, was by far the best I had seen in years. years. The swagger and bravado he brought with it too was just amazing. The fact that he's a New York / New Jersey, that's that upper, that's that northern bull, you know. Um, I was blown away, and I figured after everything happened with him, if WWE was smart, once everything was cooled down and they were like, listen, you don't want to come back, because he was pissed too. I get it, but hey, man, listen. Now that everything's blown over, it's been some time. Why don't you come back and train these guys to do promos? Let us pay you to get these people where they need to be.
True.
But it's politics involved with it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. What's up
So
next?
the men's tag team match. You have
Oh, here we go, son.
You have
I
Braun
looked at this and I don't know.
and Ricochet
Okay.
versus the Street Profits
Okay.
versus Alpha Academy, which is Chad Gable and
Otis.
And then the Viking Raiders.
Okay. So, before we get into this, I got a few thoughts on this. Number one, Street Profits are on the rise. They are getting pushes left and right.
Okay.
So are the Viking Raiders. They have, really come up. I like the team of Ricochet and Strowman. They've done well in the past before. You get that monster, you get that brutality and that high fly. Alpha Academy, I don't like them, but Chad Gable, Greco-Roman style wrestler, he's got skills, he's got power, and then you got Otis, which is basically, dude, you that man sits on you. Your breakfast from 3 weeks ago coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of push there because they've all been pretty much pushed. The tag team division has been really stale, and I think they're pushing a lot of the tag teams because they're trying to bring the tag team division back up. But at the same time, they're trying to figure out who they could put in positions to do it. I was originally leaning towards Strowman and Ricochet. But I'm probably going to go with the Viking Raiders.
Wow, you're taking a real shot in the dark, huh?
I've seen the push they got. They're not a bad tag team. They don't really botch much either.
True.
They are the two that could really stand up to Strowman and Otis, basically. They can pick him up. They can move him. They've done it. They have agility, too, which I'm kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
True.
But I definitely want to say the Viking Raiders. Everybody's been getting a push. I still say, as an asterisk, Street Profits are probably that one, but I'm going to say Vikings.
Okay. Viking Raiders. So, what is an asterisk?
Asterisk is Street Profits because of the push they've been receiving and the airtime that they had been getting. Okay. They've been dropping off of airtime, but now they're getting more, and look who they've been involved with. You know what I mean?
Native said he's picking the Street Profits. Viking Raiders have already been repackaged 3 times already. It's been funny.
It's funny, but sometimes that's that gimmick that gets you because then it's now you get the guys that all the crowd didn't want to win. You give them the titles. They change their persona a little more in a different direction. It doesn't work. They keep the titles still for a little bit more. And then you have the Street Profits game, all this hype, and then take them out. I mean, that's why I'm choosing them as my asterisk, dude. I mean,
yeah,
it's the way it is.
Kevin's saying Morgan wants to marry Roman Reigns. I don't think Kevin wrote that.
No, she did.
You might want to check on Kevin.
Yeah, see, that's her.
She's supporting me. The good heels, I like them though. The Viking Raiders. Yeah, I mean the Viking Raiders.
As a heel team, yes. As a baby face or neutral, I don't like it. I like them being like, bring me back and rest in peace, Brody Lee as Luke Harper.
Yep.
And Eric Rowan as, what was their team? It was the
Well, they were just
No, their tag team where they came out with the mask and
the Budget Brothers.
the Bludgeon Brothers. Do that kind of heel-esque thing, but make them ultra violent with it. And the Viking Raiders, you do that with them, their package could be phenomenal for years.
True. Sam said he's streaming and watching you all at the same time. He's multitasking. I like that.
Well, I mean, he's got to. I mean, it's Sam.
Yeah. Well, if Sam's popping up, then where's Curtis?
Can somebody send a flare up to Canada? I really need to know if my boy got eaten by a polar bear or not. Somebody call missing persons.
He had a whole banging chesting, and the chant on the way to the ring was horrible.
Yeah, I kind of didn't like that either, but I kind of liked the gimmick. You kind of gave him something almost like Mosh and Thrasher to headbangers. You gave him a fucking gimmick that shouldn't work, and it kind of did,
Yeah.
So who are you taking?
I want to take the Street Profits as well, but if we're thinking outside the box, I'm going to go Strowman Ricochet.
Okay.
You get the size and the speed and agility with Ricochet.
And we already know that Braun Strowman has won the tag titles with a 12-year-old kid named Nicholas.
Who was John Conan's son.
Yes. Yes.
I shot it and froze it and fell out of the sky over Manitoba. Thank you.
Oh, my God. Wait, did it have a finger trap on it? That's the problem. He got stuck in a finger trap. He can't type.
We got my buddy Chris in the chat. It's Wrestling Night. What's up?
Chris, what's up?
Good evening, Chris. Nice to see you pop in chat. So
I want a what's up counter one of these days because it's going to get fucking brutal.
We'll have to see what we can add on the Twitch side.
Bro, we're gonna find some things. Me and you are really gonna knuckle down on this. We're getting really good at this shit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you've made your pick. Why do you, besides the speed and strength, why do you think they're that team, man?
I don't know. I just don't see Braun dropping off the radar. Ricochet deserves a push. He's like always competing in and out. I mean, I just love his moveset too. He is like a very agile high flyer. I don't see many of those anymore.
Ricochet now compared to when he started.
Compared when he started, it was 10 times better than he is now. They don't use him anymore. He's buried on the roster.
But if you look at the attitude change, the way they kind of adjusted him, he used to be that carefree, never get pissed off. And then I noticed over time, I saw a couple matches where he gets a little bit more like, when him and Paul did that cross-body into each other. Like I said, I don't like Paul. I didn't want, him in a wrestling ring. That was the only good thing I'd ever seen him do. Yeah, he popped off, they committed, they landed it, right? And Ricochet's attitude and his the way he builds himself up, you could make him a future champion, just not main champion.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, you don't put a singles title on them, but if you can team them up with somebody, I think they can make a good run.
I see a singles title, but not Universal, not.
No, he'll be that lower level.
I say like something like U.S. title.
Well, he had that before.
Yeah, but I'm saying have him have the U.S. title, or you're going to use him in a different way, and you need to bring ratings up. He doesn't make it with Strowman on this. Send him down to NXT. Have him become a little bit darker, not a full heel, but like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Have him go over to NXT and take out either the heel or babyface there for the title and have him run it and give him that push there, and then have it like War Games or whatever, do like a Night of Champions and have all the main champions face each other. Not for titles, but face each other.
Yeah. Ron said the Mustafa Ali angle with Ricochet was when he jumped the shark. Yeah, I mean, when they had that rivalry, that was good. And Chris said, "Oh yeah, excited for WrestleMania." Very much so. It should be an awesome show.
Chris, I haven't really watched wrestling in 2 years. I still kept up with it. I still do. And for once, I'm actually looking to see what surprises come out of this WrestleMania. I really am, because there's a lot of different angles that could come out with people that are injured that could come back. Talent from other organizations that's contracts have come up, and the WWE has either had them before and can bring them back for bigger storylines, and or bring them in with a new storyline.
Yeah.
So
Your prayer has been answered. We have a good evening, gentlemen. Just talking about you saying hi. It's been a long day at work. That come from your Canadian brother.
what's up, Curtis? Curtis,
So,
I hope you heard that I was trying to get missing persons to come up there. I was going to ask a Canadian Mountie to ride a snowmobile over to your house just to check on you. But I didn't want him going in guns drawn because Jet might have been playing gorilla tag. Him hearing Jet swinging around, I didn't, kind of. But it's good to know that you're all right and you're with us tonight, Curtis. Thank you. Everybody in chat, please give a what's up to Curtis. He is the number one chatter, number one viewer on my Twitch at all times. I mean, everybody here who's on my Twitch is family to me. I love y'all, but Curtis, every time that goes live, he's there before anybody can say anything.
that's true. That's good for you. That's still going to be something. WrestleMania always a stage for bringing surprises. If
Yes.
not WrestleMania, the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania.
Royal Rumble.
Well, no, but like you said, though, a lot of contracts end around this time, so they're teasing people to bring in. So,
like, I haven't seen much of AJ Styles. Didn't he get released?
no, he's been out. I think he had an injury.
So here's the deal. Gallows and Anderson have not been on TNA as much. And AEW, TNA, and all them are doing that little boop. I haven't seen them on either.
True.
Now, if you really want to wow me, Judgment Day you can never have one main leader or more than one leader of the Bullet Club. Judgment Day kind of, to me, lost its luster. It's just a dumb gimmick.
Okay.
Balor wins, say Balor wins. He beats Edge. All of a sudden now Damian Priest starts getting those feelings hurt. Mommy starts putting those words in Dom's ear. You could run this. Now all of a sudden AJ comes back. Balor's been getting his ass beat. Gallows and Anderson come in.
Yeah,
And now you got new people in Judgment Day too. It would be an all out, like, hey, the OC is here. Which I would love to see. Granted, the chemistry between all those guys is just amazing.
I hear you. So. Well, speaking of Dominic, that is our next match. Father versus son. Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio.
I'm going with my heart on this. I'm going with my heart. Rey, and this is not a smart move. I'm going with Rey. But I think Mommy plays a big issue in Dominic. This is my asterisk. Okay. Mommy plays a big part in Dominic winning it because she either A, distracts the ref to where Dominic gets a cheap shot or whatever, or she distracts the referee. He goes to hit him. Rey hits him, or Rey misses. He doesn't hit Rey. He smacks the ground and does an Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
So, but I'm still saying Rey because I want Rey to beat the snot out of his kid.
I do too, and I think it's going to happen just because I think Rey's career is winding down. You have seen Rey slow down a lot the last 2 years he's been back.
Yeah.
So, with him going into the Hall of Fame also this weekend, I think this is Rey's last match.
I love that they're putting him in the Hall of Fame. It's a very good, to me, it's a very good thing. I'm kind of glad they did it. My big thing with them doing that, though, like, especially with somebody who's in the match, like Rey's in a match that following night, to me is good and / bad, because if you really want to wow me, even though it's supposed to be a celebration thing and like rivalries are off, you're there, you're watching, you're there to have fun. You're there not to, battle each other. If you really wanted to wow me at this one, Dominic and I keep saying Mommy, and I really want to call her what she is, China, are in the back and they start a little commotion and all this. And then as the commotion starts, you see the anger. Like there's no battle, there's no nothing. They get asked to leave, but you see the anger hit Ray's eyes and the disappointment. And
Okay.
then you see that go in, like that little extra catalyst before it in the Hall of Fame. Like you're disrespecting your father on a night when he's being honored for what he's done in his career that has paved the way for you to even get your foot in the door. And you and your girl are disrespecting him.
I mean, they could, but the Hall of Fame, they don't normally do that, but they could
I
do
know.
something very explosive this year, like you were saying. So who
I would love
knows?
to see something like that. That would like
Chris wants to know what's the story with Dom? Is he really Ray's son, or is he the son of Eddie?
I I mean, I've never really looked it up. I know that there's been that thing where it was Ray's kid, it's Eddie's kid. I mean, to me, even in the storyline, I think isn't it at one point in the storyline it was Eddie's kid, but Dom's son, like Ray's son, because he raised him or whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard. So
I mean, to me, I really could care less. Dominic Mysterio, I said it on the last one, and Johnny gave me a weird look. You know, he's got talent. He really does. He just needs to refine himself. He should really take this as if Ray beats him and then like the next match he has, he doesn't get injured, he gets that fake injury. Take the time off, boy. Go spend it with your dad as he's retired when he retires it. Take some time with him and a few of the older guys that he knows. Sit down, learn some skills, get more comfortable in your skin as a wrestler.
yeah,
Then come back and blow us away. I
I
believe the kid's got talent. I just think he just doesn't have it yet.
yeah. I mean, I'm picking Ray all the way on this way just because I think it's his last match. I
Yeah.
think they're not gonna like it's gonna be some type of screwy back and forth match. Like, Dominic's gonna have the match of his career on Saturday night.
Well, he's going
Okay,
to have to. It's against the man that trained him.
okay, but with Ray going into the Hall of Fame this week and all that, I just think this is the end of the road for Ray.
Okay. I could see that.
So I think
That's a good
that
that's a good terminology on that dude. I like that you thought this one out.
it's
Like
just
big time.
like they've been pushing this match for a long time. Once they had Dominic and Ray like turn against each other, which has been an awesome story.
Yeah.
But then when
Father
they
versus son,
yeah,
you
but then
know.
when they announced that Ray was going in the Hall of Fame, I'm like, okay, this is it. Ray's calling
Yeah.
it a career because he wanted to quit, and Triple H wouldn't let him on a Raw. He said, "No, I got plans for you," and he does.
Well,
He
that's
wanted,
kind of like the storyline that happened right before that, which was in AEW where Cody's brother Goldust.
yeah,
He was going to quit. He wasn't quitting because he was quitting. He was retiring. He was, it's time to step aside, let the younger guys come up, let them have their chance, let them get a spot. I don't want to be that guy that's constantly chasing a title I'm never going to get. I'm never a main eventer. They gave him a main event title shot. They did this. He lost. He stayed with him because of his brother. And then he decided that was it.
yeah. So I'm going
All
Ray.
right.
No asterisk for me. I'm going with Ray.
Gotcha. All right.
Calling it a career after this match.
So where are we at now?
So we can either do one of the women's championship matches, the tag team match. So you tell me. Do you want to do one of the
What
women's
what
championship
wait.
match?
What we doing? Oh, the title match, tag title match,
We have 4 matches left.
and it's tag title.
Tag team
Or,
titles, both women's titles, and then the main event.
there's 2 women's titles.
Yes.
What is
Raw.
it? Diva and
No, Raw and SmackDown.
oh, okay. Um, let's start with the ladies again. Let ladies first. I'm a gentleman. I'm all about that ladies first.
Do you want to do Raw or SmackDown?
Like The Rock said, just bring it. Let's go to SmackDown.
All right, we have Charlotte Flair versus Mommy Rhea Ripley.
Why? I don't like either one. Well, China. Let's call it what it is. China. Um, basically has the power here. I mean, Charlotte is in good shape and everything, but Rhea Ripley is just on a whole nother level in that women's division, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's scripted or not, I've watched her as people go into the swing where she stops as they're like going to like tornado DDT her. And she puts on the brakes, whether it's scripted or not, and they help you out on the stop. To hold somebody at that level with all their weight, with you barely even holding them with an arm, that's some great core strength and power. But Flair is a tough opponent, and her father was the dirtiest player in the game.
True.
And she has been known to be her father's little angel.
Yep. Good old Ashley. Sorry.
I can't believe you fucking went there. So, in this one, I really don't see them. Man. I'm going to give it to China. I know it's not going to happen. There's going to be an asterisk because Charlotte. I'm not even doing an asterisk because I know Charlotte's going to win. But I want to go with Rhea because I think that, Dominic versus Ray is going to happen. We both think Ray's going to win, which obviously is probably going to happen.
Yeah.
You got Finn Balor as a Demon King going up against Edge. No title on the line. Damian Priest ain't doing shit that night. So I think that they put it on Rhea. She gets the title. And then that sets up bigger things for coming up on the Monday Night Raw and the SmackDown in the next week. Yeah. So I'm going to say Rhea.
I am too. I just think that Rhea, like being the number one entry in the Rumble, winning it, the amount of time she's been getting, she is actually really good on the mic. I will give her that.
She has good skills.
So and with her being the heel right now and Charlotte being a face, Charlotte sucks as a face.
Well, not just sucks as a face, but you have Charlotte Flair lose. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck's going on with my glasses and hiding my eyes itching. You have Charlotte Flair, who's had the titles before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have Rhea beat her, whether it's by hook or crook. Damian Priest comes out because, Dominic can't come out or something, whatever. Rhea wins it. You set up, okay, just like any other championship, they always have a title championship in their clause. I get a rematch. When will that rematch be? Doesn't have to be right away. You can invoke it whenever, unless somebody steps in. I see Rhea winning it and then Charlotte going for the rematch. But Charlotte's going for the rematch not at Monday Night Raw, not at SmackDown. She's going to do it on the next pay-per-view. She's going to want it there because she's like her dad, main stage, high flying, jet flying.
Yeah.
And I think that sets it up. But at the same time, why couldn't she jump brands and go after the Raw one?
I mean, she could. But that would how you have her jumping brands, keep the belt on Rhea for a while, then Charlotte enters Money in the Bank.
Either that or don't they still do the draft?
Yes, and I think they're talking
or is it the Superstar Shakeup it's called now?
No, it's still called the draft, and I think that's coming soon.
So you think about it. If Rhea wins, you keep the title on her, right?
Okay.
All of a sudden, Charlotte goes for her title shot, right?
All right.
Loses. Rhea maintains it again. The draft comes. You put Charlotte over to Raw. Now, you can have Charlotte go after the Raw title again. And by all means, I mean, at that point, you got to see who's still on Raw and who has the title.
True. Okay.
So that's my pick. That's my pick, and that's my theories on it. Right. That's just my people. Listen to me, people. That is my opinion. I do not write the scripts for WWE, even though if I did, it'd probably be one of the best shows on earth.
Well, I'm gonna read it too. I just think it's time for
for China to get a push.
She's been getting a push.
Yeah.
Once you see someone win the Royal Rumble from the number one spot, which you haven't seen in many, many years, you know something's up.
That you got your Post-it notes there?
Yeah, why?
Do me a favor. I want to talk about this on another night. How many people have gone on to win from the number one spot in the Rumble.
I think it's 3 or 4, not many.
And that's what I'm saying. And we do a night of Turnbuckle Thursdays, and we'll talk about that with our group, and we'll even dive real deep into it. What time is WrestleMania on Saturday? I think it's 8:00 Eastern Standard Time,
Yep.
Jack. You got to remember, when they go overseas, that's when it gets all screwed up.
Yes.
All right. So Chris said he thinks Ripley's going to win that too.
Yep. I mean, I just see that she's getting a push.
Yeah. All right, sir. What is next?
You want to do the tag team title or the Raw Women's title?
Let's do Raw Women's. Let's stick with the women again.
Okay, you have Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Is Belair still champion?
Yes.
Asuka. No asterisks, no nothing. Asuka.
Okay, I'm writing that down. So I'm going to go the other way.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a good match. Both of them are very talented. They were both great. But I just think they keep the belt on Bianca. And then down the road, that's the kickoff show, 7:30, Jack. You keep the belt on Bianca going forward, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then say that the originals dropped the tag team titles eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bayley gets a title shot again after Bianca. And it's Bayley versus Bianca at SummerSlam.
Okay. I got a rebuttal to that.
And they put the belt back on Bayley, who hasn't had it in over 2 years.
Okay. I got a rebuttal for this.
Okay.
So, ever since Asuka came to WWE, there was a lot of skepticism at how she would be, because after watching her in like New Japan Pro Wrestling and all that, she was dominant. And she showed it. She's won she's won titles. She's been in main events. They had her in her persona that WWE wanted when she came in. Now she's kind of back to her one that she was over in Japan. The way you're pushing Asuka right now is to set her up for, and I'm saying it this way, say she beats Bianca Belair, right? She takes that title. First thing Bianca's going to want to do is get back in that ring with her. But I see Asuka going on to hold that title for a while until somebody like Charlotte Flair jumps ship because she hasn't won a title, jump ship, or gets drafted over to Raw, and then it becomes a huge deal because they fought before. Now it's a war. Now it's the best match you've ever seen in the women's division, but Asuka wins and retains it. But you got that factor now. Now you've got more emphasis push on that title.
Okay.
I really see the push they've been doing with Asuka, and I just got to believe it's there, man. It's that time.
And the only reason the reason I was saying that Bianca retains, I think they keep the belt on her to SummerSlam. Okay, like I said, the originals are going to drop the tag team titles eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to drop them back to Damage CT All Out. So that's going to be Io Sky and Dakota Kai, or whatever her name is. Okay, Bayley's still going to be manager. They're going to keep the faction together, but now Bayley's going to let her chase that gold. So you set up a Bianca versus Bayley at SummerSlam. Bayley wins it. Now you have a whole entire faction like you had the Bloodline with all the gold again, but on the women's side of it.
I think okay, I'm reading Chris's comment. I think someone is interfering in this match to help Asuka. Now, see, that brings up points and stuff like that, especially with who Asuka really runs with and has tagged with, and behind the scenes stuff you see, plus acquisitions that are new. There's a bunch of New Japan Pro wrestlers, especially females, whose contracts are up, and who are trying to make pushes into bigger state. And she has some familiar faces that's contracts are coming up. I don't remember the names, but if I remember correctly, there's like one or two that could land in WWE. And, WrestleMania is the night of surprises. You could see somebody come out.
Or you could see someone return.
Yes.
Who has also been under contract. You haven't seen this person since May, after she walked out with somebody else who is now in New Japan Wrestling.
Kairi Singh?
No. Naomi. Because you
True.
think about it, Naomi walked out the same night Sasha Banks walked out. Now Sasha has Monet Money in New Japan Wrestling.
Yes.
She's locked in. She's signed. She's actually the champion over there already.
Yep. What is it? IWGP Women's Champ, right?
Yes. So
okay. Yeah.
We definitely know, hands down, Sasha's out of the picture. But now you still have Naomi.
Now, if Naomi comes back, I could see that, because Naomi and Asuka together, especially with Asuka's look from New Japan that is now implemented, I could see that going on. Because Naomi could change that, glow thing to a little bit darker of an image and go with Asuka, and then just become this talented organization.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you've got it as Bianca Belair. All right.
And yes, WrestleMania this year is in SoFi Stadium, and then next year is coming to Philly.
Philly.
So.
You know what? I hate to say this. It is way too much money. I probably wouldn't go. But if, and this is, we're a community here, people. If this happens to where this blows up and all of a sudden we got people knocking on our door like, hey, would you want to go? Like, WWE comes like, hey, we want to give you and Mr. Knast 2 tickets. We want you at the event. I'm not going to say no, but I'm going to be like, where are we sitting?
See, if I put it to you this way, even if I don't make it to WrestleMania itself next year, okay, I want to go to WrestleMania Access that they have usually at the convention centers or something like that the week leading up to it.
Meeting people, seeing people.
Yes.
I would love to do that, man.
Tickets for this weekend are like $1,200. It's crazy. And I believe it, given the fact that it's in LA.
Dude, I remember when going to we went to Survivor Series one year, and we sat I think we were we were close. We weren't up there, but we were maybe 20, not even 20 rows back from the floor on the one side. I was sitting to where I could see people's chairs that paid the big dollar amount, where they got a steel chair with the Survivor Series logo imprinted on it. Mm-hmm. And the first words out of my mouth was like, what the fuck? That's great. So, yeah, I mean,
the most I've ever spurred on a wrestling ticket was $77.50, and I was 6 rows behind the ring on the entrance ramp. I had pre-sale opportunity, so I jumped on it and I saved $50 buying my tickets.
Legitimately, I have been to 3 wrestling things. One was Survivor Series. The other one was a Monday Night Raw with the family. And then I went with my buddy, You're Not About Life, who I used to game with, him and his brother. We went to the Liacouras Center.
Mm-hmm. For AEW?
No. We went and saw, was it the Liacouras Center? The one, it's one of the college ones, right?
Yeah,
that's
Temple.
The college one. Yeah. We went to the Liacouras Center for TNA.
Oh, nice.
And it was great. It was a fucking blast, dude.
Well, if I don't count the CZW events I've been to, I can say I've been to 3 Monday Night Raws, 4 SmackDowns, 2 Royal Rumbles, Elimination Chamber, and Elimination Chamber. What was the other one? Hold on. 2 Royal Rumbles, Survivor, Extreme Rules up in North Carolina.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not a bad resume there, pal. You sure you don't want to sign up?
I mean, if you want to get a trampoline going again, I might be 36 now.
Yeah, dude, 288 pounds right now. I'm sorry, 286 right now. I don't know if you want that jumping on a trampoline with you over my shoulders, because we might rip that sucker and be on the floor.
Yeah, well, we can have an old school night when we just talk about that shit too, if you want.
All right, bet you want to do it. We'll do it right. Inflatable sumo suits.
Okay.
Me versus you one night.
So we can do an IRL stream.
An IRL, we'll have, and folks, golf clap. We will have Kevin be the referee. We will have Morgan be one of the announcers. And if we can get DJ Scoop to be an announcer too, I'll do that.
Oh boy. So Kevin, Morgan, and Ron, if you're listening, you got jobs. Can we bring Curtis down?
We will set this up. This will be later on, when it gets warmer out, when it's going to be nice out. We'll do a nice preview show beforehand, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, we can all come up with our own entrances and everything. Cool.
Oh, bro. If I'm coming out in a sumo suit, I might just come out to Yokozuna, baby.
Oh, God. I'll get the 2 cool on then with Rikishi.
Oh, Rikishi. Oh, we should just... God damn it right, baby.
Oh,
God, yeah, man, this is getting good.
I'm looking forward to that now.
Oh, fuck yeah. So what do we got next, brother man?
We got the tag team titles.
Usos versus...
KO Sami Zayn.
KO Sami Zayn win.
Yeah, easily.
And the only reason I say that is, this is my thought process on this. Even though Jay said, Sammy, it was just, I played you, blah, 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 whatever. I still feel there's something there. The only reason I say they lose it is they have to lose it that night. Because as soon as they lose it that night, Heyman's mouth goes to work on the managers, the executive board, and the titles will get stripped from them.
Okay.
And or separated. Like now you may have won the titles, but we're separating them. You got to go back through. You're already a number 1 contender. We'll see who's going to face you for this title. Or they're going to win the titles, and what'll happen is the Usos will challenge them in a rematch for one set of the titles. They'll win it by hook or crook. They'll be a champion, and the KO and Sami Zayn.
So you're basically saying you're splitting the belts.
Yeah. So I'll go. I hate saying it because I don't like Sami Zayn that much. I don't like Kevin Owens. Never really did. But that's my opinions, people. You can hate me, chastise me for it all night long. I'm just not their guy. They're not my guys. I like the Usos. I really do. I like Jimmy and Jay. I love the way they did it. Their battle with the New Day in what we called the Uso Penitentiary was legendary.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
My question to you, okay. Shot in the dark, is Solo out there for this match? Is he at ringside?
I say no. I say Heyman has him stay in the back just as a, let them go out there and do their thing to show that they're doing it themselves. During the match, and this is why I say there's going to be that asterisk there on what happens, Solo's going to come out during a part in the match where the ref really isn't looking. He's going to come out and he's going to go to Samoan Spike, like one of them. KO or Sammy's going to get one of their specialty moves on him, knock him out because he's not going to impact the match per se. And then Jimmy or Jay is going to get that upper hand low blow shot, get the other one out of the ring while they're fighting the one and get them down for the pin. Solo's going to Samoan Spike one of them on the outside.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't want Sammy and KO to win, but I think it gives you more of a story plot, especially with the fans banding behind Sammy right now. And KO's got that nice push too. So
that's going to be the main event Saturday night.
Okay.
They already said that. So, I mean, I don't know if I would... Because, see, that's what's awesome about it. You have the 2 nights now. You can have the Usos and all them on the one night and then have Reigns separate.
Wait, is that on the first night?
Yes.
There's the other asterisk.
That's the main event of Saturday night.
Okay, you ready for this?
Okay, I'm listening.
Does the contract state which titles they're for?
It's undisputed.
Okay, undisputed. But that's what WWE's calling it. Paul Heyman is a genius. So if you have Sami Zayn and KO win, and they take both belts that night, Raw comes on the air, Heyman comes out and goes, "You should have looked at the contract." Now you split the titles.
Yeah. Or they, because like I noticed the whole split thing, but you have been seeing migration from both shows, which I actually enjoy. I like one
But
roster. I like two shows,
yeah,
one roster. You can invade the other one, stuff
but
like
if you're
that.
going to do that, you need to take both titles and get rid of it and just call it the WWE Tag Team titles again. Just like the championship. You're either going to have the WWE Universal Championship, Universal Heavyweight Championship, or you're going to split them and have them on separate things. I
Okay.
still say that the split is good because you have two shows.
Yeah.
And with your third entity being NXT, you really don't want to just have the NXT titles and then one big show title. You want to be able to put, okay, these guys are doing good, but they're not hot. Let's put them over on SmackDown and bring up some new talent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the split is real. But so, Mr. Nast, you're up. Who you got?
I'm going KO and Zayn. I just think they're hot right now. They're the team that everybody wants to see win the titles. I mean, down the road you could see them split up again. Zayn and Owens never stayed together for a very long time, so
Okay.
I'm going with Zayn Owens for at least now.
Okay.
But then, like you said, if they split these tag teams up, well, the tag team belts, and then that allows you to groom somebody to take over for Friday Night SmackDown champion. Rather
Yeah,
it be
dude,
the
by
Usos
hook or
again, or they move Braun Strowman and Ricochet if they win that match. Over.
yeah.
So,
Whoever wins out of that tag team thing is going to go for a belt. That's why I'm thinking like somehow, whether it's KO and them win it and Paul Heyman and them had, you should have read the contract, ha 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 ha, and then it's split. Now it's split, but because it was split, you know, like you guys won the SmackDown ones. So that means Jimmy and Jay still hold that. Now you set up whoever won that match to go either after Raw or the SmackDown title.
that
You know what I
makes sense.
mean?
Yeah,
It kind of gives it that flow.
that makes sense.
And it kind of puts into perspective that Paul Heyman is this super nuts genius.
Yeah. All right. You know what's last? It's time for the main event. Sorry.
Hey, no, it's main event time. Let's strap in.
You gonna do the Michael Buffer? Can you do that pretty good?
Let's get ready to rumble.
I couldn't have done that better myself.
No, you probably could have. My octave was. I felt my octave going like that at the end. It was like
We got Mr. 962-day Roman Reigns champion.
Okay.
This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And I can't wait. I am going to be glued to my TV Sunday night watching this match very intently.
Okay. So I've been going first all night. I want you to take the lead on this one. I'm putting you on the spot. I have to. I mean,
yeah, it's my show. I get that.
well, your show / our show, but you know, who's counting?
Yeah.
I'll fight you for the title of the show. I mean, come on, let's go.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
That'll be part of a Samoan match.
Our sumo matches for the rights to call Turnbuckle Thursdays theirs. Nah, we can't. This is something we created together, and it's going to stay that way like a great tag team.
That's all right. Native saying he saw it. He was editing it. It's all right, bro. Just what you hear for the main event. I'm curious to know his take as well. But, I mean, this is going to be what they used to call back in the day. I'm going to put a really old term at you, Matt, okay? It's going to be a slobber knocker.
Okay, good old JR.
That's right. It's going to be a slobber knocker. But I'm curious to see if anyone plays a role in it. I swear, I hope no one does. I want just Roman and Cody to just hash it out.
Yes.
Okay? For once in WWE's life, I mean, it was awesome to see Seth Rollins cash in the Money in the Bank contract that 1 year versus Brock versus Reigns at WrestleMania. That was totally unpredictable. That was an awesome approach.
Oh yes, most definitely.
But the way this feud has been getting personal, let these two go. You're gonna see it's not any type of sanction match or nothing like that. It's supposed to be just a standard wrestling match, but you're gonna see shit you have not seen. This match is gonna get physical. I hope we see some blood. You see blood in this, you know that the tides are turning. This match is gonna be nuts. I would hate to see Cody lose. Roman does his thing. He is an awesome heel. He is a hell of a lot better heel than he is a face. Having Paul Heyman in his corner has turned his career around ever since they split the Shield up for the second time. But I just think they want to go in a different direction because where people love Roman, they also hate Roman. But now you have someone like Cody Rhodes entering the fold who come back from his bicep basically hanging off his body and stuff like that. And he has a purpose now.
Bicep.
Well, when he messed
It was
up,
the pec. Wasn't it a whole pectoral?
yes.
I was gonna say you're saying bicep. I'm like
No,
thinking like, wait, that was there. Like that was real, dude. That was like, holy shit! You came out and wrestled with that?
Yeah, but I mean, I just see a changing of the guards. I gotta go Cody.
Okay.
Not saying that he's gonna come back and Monday Night Raw pop up as Stardust. Please God no.
Wait, you know what? Before we get into my pick, when he became Stardust, you know me, certain gimmicks I like, certain I don't. I originally thought this was the stupidest gimmick thing in the world when I heard about it. When I saw him do it, the first words out of my mouth was, he's over the top with it because he's doing what his brother said to do. They gave me a gimmick that was a joke. I was supposed to hate this gimmick, but I turned it on him and I loved it and I turned it into something great. So when he came out as Stardust and the way him and his brother were playing off each other, I was electric with that. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. And taking nothing away from either Rhodes boy, they were both great ring awareness, athleticism, and promo cutters.
The promos were fucking phenomenal with those two.
So, go to now in the present where you have the American Nightmare versus the head of the table, Roman Reigns. I'm loving this match because I love the way they both are. Roman being the heel, Cody being somewhat the baby face, but not really. I'm going Cody. 100% I'm going Cody. But I have a feeling that what I want and you want to see is nobody interfering. I don't see that happening. Now, I see it happening to where possibly the interference is for Roman, and it winds up backfiring because Cody turns it on him like Solo or somebody comes in, or Heyman goes to hit him, and Reigns is like, Heyman's got the belt, the ref's distracted, Reigns comes in and, somebody hits him, whether it's, Paul Heyman hits him or messes up and gets Roman, or Solo gets Roman. Now it creates controversy in the bloodline. But then also Cody wins that title.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but I still say he wins the title.
Native says it right there. Solo is getting involved. I do not see the Usos getting involved.
I only see it happening as if Solo comes out and another person from the back who's vested in this, not like a Lesnar or anybody like that, but somebody else who's a babyface / good guy, comes out and pulls Solo off. They start brawling. Now all of a sudden, Roman's eyes are off of it. Cody hits a disaster kick or a Cody cutter off the ropes. And then all of a sudden Roman kicks out and it's looking bleak. And all of a sudden here come the Usos, one to distract, one to go in. But then Cody fights them off. So like I said, I'm sticking with Cody no matter the interference or not. And I think he can take the interference. But I do see something else happening. It's too big an event just to have those two just go at it. There's got to be some controversy. There's got to be some other element.
Or do you want to really flip a script? Okay. And does someone come out and keep someone from interfering? Then down the road you're setting something up, and it would be granted
Oh,
a title match.
of course.
So, going back to Mr. Native's comments earlier, does The Rock show up, and if Solo tries to get involved, pulls him off and tells him no, and Rain gets pissed?
Well, I do like that. That's a good one. But I also see something else. If you're going to do the Rock angle on this, one of two things can happen. All right, Solo comes down to the ring to take him out. Right? Solo's getting ready to get involved. Reigns or Heyman's distracted. They're both about to whoop Cody's ass. Rock comes out. No music. Right? No freaking music whatsoever. We'll say with or without music, it doesn't matter. But if you do it no music, Rock comes down to the ring, starts laying the smackdown on him, right? Tosses him away, right? Reigns gets distracted. Cody wins. Okay, you got that, right? But here's the other angle. Somebody else comes down to help Cody take Solo off, right? All of a sudden, the Usos come down. Cody dispatches them. You now see The Rock slide into the ring, and it looks like he's going to hit Cody. It looks like you're going to get another savior because Jimmy or Jay's still out there. One of them gets knocked out. The Rock comes out like he's going to take on that Uso and throw him out. And Cody sees it while disheveled or whatever. And The Rock winds up hitting Cody with it. With a rock bottom. Slides out of the ring. And now Roman pins him. Gets the win. Sets you up for The Rock versus Roman down the road because he doesn't want to have to fight Cody. He wants to show that he's head of the table. It's a big stretch, but then again, this is WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
But I'm just reading back up a comment. Chris is right. Roman has been rumored to saying he has taken a significant time off afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Good evening, Gary. Thanks for popping in tonight.
What's up, Gary? How you doing?
But, I mean, I just miss the good old Donnybrook fights when you just know two people, they have that passion. It's happened before where people would be fueled off each other and they would just let them settle it one-on-one.
Well, the days of that are gone because we've started to notice that you get bigger response and rivalries and what they call the pop factor. When something weird or bad happens, like if The Rock comes down and everybody's like, oh, all right, yeah, he's saving Cody because say the ref gets knocked down. Now it's a gangland assault. Solo's out because Solo's in the back fighting somebody. The Usos are there beating the hell out of him, right? All of a sudden, Cody, as he gets thrown off, mounts a comeback, knocks down both of them. All of a sudden, he goes for Roman. Roman gets him with a cheap shot. Now all of a sudden the Usos are getting back up. Cody knocks him out. Here comes The Rock in. You think he's going to help by, Roman's got a chair or something. Cody knocks the chair out as The Rock comes down. He gets in the ring and, just stands there, pulls the chair down. Roman looks at him, and all of a sudden Cody goes to hit him, and The Rock just gets him and just takes out Cody. Now you set up some of the biggest shit you've ever seen because now you got Cody Rhodes wanting to rock. You got Roman Reigns who's going to take time off apparently. Bam, Roman's taking time off. So now the new head of the table who takes over the family is The Rock. Sure. So now you've got the head of the table with that stable, almost like when he was with the Nation and he took it over from Farouk.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. My cousin just popping in to say hello. Hello, Kelsey. Nice to see you.
Yeah, Kelsey, how you doing?
That's my cousin from Colorado. So she always pops in just to show her cousin some support.
There you go. So we have now gone through every freaking match.
And there's always those impromptu matches, too.
Yeah, there's always them, but we didn't see any. There's nothing on the card. Not yet.
Well,
not yet.
Well, because if you want to rewind on you got my cousin saying, why is that?
The was yo, I'm telling you, the was up counter is going to be coming. I'm telling you.
But last year, I don't know if you watched WrestleMania or not. They had the KO show because they didn't really have a spot for Kevin Owens, and
Yep.
they had Stone Cold as his guest because he was trash talking. Owens was trash talking Austin and all that shit. And then they put on a 24-minute match, which was really entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. But at the
Granted,
same time, who are you going to have do that now? I mean, in all honesty, the worst thing I've seen in wrestling, and there's always a travesty in wrestling, was giving KO to Stunner. Like you get like Triple H
well,
gave the pedigree to Seth
I was just
Rollins.
gonna say that. Like, then you
That's
go,
that. And let me tell you something. Seth Rollins should never have been allowed to use that move ever. Granted, I get why they did it because of the factional thing and Triple H being the brains of the operation and Triple H knowing that that move can end people. Get it. But for Kevin Owens to adopt the Stunner as his move, that's when I like. I didn't like Kevin Owens beforehand. Now I was just like, you know what? You're a punk. Just
last year was funny as hell though. Austin gave the Stunner to Pat McAfee, and McAfee sold it like fucking no tomorrow. It was good.
see, that's the other thing. If you're going to do a move, if you were to sit there and you were doing that move and I knew The Rock kept constantly overselling it, I would seriously oversell. I mean, I would sell it so bad that not only does it look comical, but you know that it hurt. You know that it hit right.
Yeah.
Like we've seen a lot of people sell it. We've seen Scott Hall sold it by bouncing up in the air and going flat on his back, like in his shape, in a U shape. But The Rock will forever be the man that sold that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. Have you seen the one that Pat McAfee sold last year?
And it was good. It was a good one.
It's like and it falls. But now here's an interesting one that we haven't talked about all night. Okay, and it always depicts some way they always get involved. Okay, the Miz is the host this year. Makes sense because it's Hollywood, A-lister, Miz, all shit aside.
Who's he been running with?
Well, that's the thing. He had a big thing with Dexter Loomis for a while, who is a complete nut job. But now, with the Miz being the host, does he get involved in, say, the Intercontinental Championship match? Or does he get involved with the U.S. title match?
I see the Austin Theory Cena Miz thing happening because he's always had a problem with Cena. And then he's got a problem with Theory.
So, I mean,
it could be, but then you could also be like, hey, Dexter Loomis and him, somebody before the show, like the Usos, before the show and Solo, take out one of the tag teams in the event. Because say somebody got hurt and they wanted a storyline for it. Like, leading up to it, he was just working out and all of a sudden Braun Strowman tore something. Can't wrestle. But you need somebody to wrestle with Ricochet. No, you don't. You have somebody attack them before the thing, and then The Miz comes out being the hot shot that he is, and him and Dexter Loomis come out and run a tag team.
Good.
That's everything that can happen. It's so unpredictable, even though it's scripted, because injuries happen, contracts fall through, somebody violates a policy, somebody gets sick, anything can happen.
True. But then there's all, so there's a lot of different rumors that have come to the circle too. And there's another big name that is supposed to be coming back this weekend as well. What role does he play is another mind-boggling thing. Randy Orton's rumored to be in LA this weekend.
Well, here's the thing with Randy Orton. I've heard the rumors about him coming back, and I want the Legend Killer back. I want the Viper. Big Randy Orton fan. I see his role more along the lines of being something like a big name match, like even if it's the Roman Reigns one, him coming out and stunning one of the, or not stunning, hitting the RKO on one of the Usos, and then sliding out of the ring, showing his little bit of anti-hero thing, helping Cody get over. And then all of a sudden, now you get, a faction starting to be reborn in Legacy.
Okay, or does he help Cody, but then after the match, turn on him?
That's true too. I mean, it
Yeah.
could go anyway because you also got to remember Bray Wyatt isn't in any of this shit,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a host thing going on. They could bring Bray Wyatt's world into it as a quick promo between matches where the lights go out, something happens. Now all of a sudden they're in the ring or something like that, or the Wyatt or something happened to the tag team again. Now it's supposed to be Uncle Howdy and him, and then all of a sudden Randy comes back out and now he's a part of. Anything can happen, and so many speculations. This is why wrestling is phenomenal to watch because it makes you think of different things outside of the box.
There you go. That's what
All right,
Chris
what
is
did
saying.
Chris say? See, fighting against each other, I love it, but I have this feeling there's a couple other people who are in WWE right now who are like third, fourth generation or fifth generation wrestlers, right? Who are in the male persuasion that you could sit there and if Randy and they have their back and forth with each other, but then all of a sudden ultimately have to help each other, Randy and Cody, you could bring back another face, not Ted DiBiase, but bring somebody else into that fold and just have them watching each other's back. They're not together. And then one night they're standing in the ring. And then 3 nights from then, they cut a promo and they bring back Legacy.
Okay.
Because in all honesty, everybody can tell me that that was the stupidest faction in the world. Ted DiBiase and Cody sucked back then. Back then, they were still refining themselves. But Legacy was a great idea, a great gimmick. And I think it could have been better had it been done right, had it been people investing themselves more in those character roles too.
I mean, but like you said, we've been saying all night, WrestleMania is a night of surprises.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it is what it is, but that's how I feel, man. And we've gotten to see all the matches. We've picked all of our picks. We've made our asterisks. I see something else from Chris. Oh boy.
Is there anyone on NXT that big that they're trying to make big that can do WrestleMania? I haven't watched much NXT. Neither
I
have
haven't
I.
been watching any NXT, but if I'm not mistaken, Gargano and I forget the other guy, Johnny Gargano and the other guy are getting majorly pushed. I don't know who. I mean, I really haven't watched NXT because, again, if you're watching this show and you've seen me, I'm a gamer and I do this as well. I love doing this. I'm never going to stop. I also love gaming. I'm not going to stop. On most of those nights, I'm gaming. And yes, I could watch it, TiVo it, go back and just check out highlights. But like 90% of the time, I'm trying to get to like Raw to SmackDown and even the AEW, sometimes NJP. So I got a lot on my plate. But NXT, I know Gargano's got a push right now. And Gargano's thing is like really, really into it, like almost old school. And with Shawn Michaels, I mean, who I forget who the top guy is. Shawn Michaels put him in a. He wanted like the guy wanted to face like 10, 6 or 10 people, and Shawn Michaels made it like a fatal 4-way or fatal 5-way for the title. And I forget who it is, but that guy's got a nice push right now. But then some of the guys he's facing, I believe, have some push too. But then again, I think Shinsuke Nakamura is actually on NXT right now.
Yeah. Well, they did the same thing with Dolph Ziggler for a while. They put him down in NXT.
Yeah, because they're not just trying to boost ratings. They're going, hey, it's not a demotion. Think of this as a promotion to help bring somebody else up, and you're making that happen.
Yeah. I mean, they had put, like I said, Dolph Ziggler down there for a while. The New Day was down there as tag team titles for a while before Kofi got hurt.
A lot of people have gone back down. Like KO went back down for a little while, for like a couple months, and went back to taking over. Adam Cole and them were making the move over, and they went back. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, Adam Cole's now in AEW.
yes, I know he made his return last night after being out from injury. He came back last night. You should have heard that crowd. Adam Cole, baby.
I mean, that we'll definitely have to put aside a night to talk about AEW because I have watched some of that myself.
Oh, dude, oh, last night was great. The final match was Kenny Omega versus I think it's Jack Hobb,
Okay.
and they were going great. It was a great match. At the end, um, Kenny Omega won, and the Blackpool Combat Club. I don't know if you know who they are. That would be John Moxley.
Okay.
I forget Claudio, which is Cesaro,
Claudio
and
Cesaro. Yep.
Yuta Wheeler. Okay, they surround the ring. They they start beating the hell out. They were getting ready to beat the hell out of him, and all of a sudden, Daniel Bryanson
Yep.
comes down to the ring and backs them all off because he's still part of the Blackpool Combat Club. He helps up Omega, right? And Omega stands up, and Omega goes after Wheeler Yuta. Misses. He turns around and Bryanson flying knees him to the face and then puts him in the label lock. And then they start beating the shit out of him.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on right now. Like, the Young Bucks are out right now. A few other people are out, but like there's like the Guns, Billy Gunn's son, Austin and Colt.
Mm-hmm.
They are the AEW tag champs, and they're fighting FTR, which we all know is where were they back in WWE?
FTR. I'm gonna see. I pulled up the results. I'm trying to see who it was.
Dax Hardwood, and whatever the fuck his name is. Oh,
You think of it.
I can't remember what they were in WWE. They weren't FTR. But whoever they were, they're fighting them. And their stipulation now is because they said because of the titles, they lost all 3 titles. They had that title, they had another brand's title, and another company's title all in one. And they lost all 3 in a matter of like a month.
Damn.
Just so now it's if they don't beat the Guns, they're leaving AEW, which
Damn.
then sets them up for return to like WWE, or they go back to New Japan.
Yeah. Because you had the quick match results. You had Jungle Boy Jack Perry defeat Matt Hardy.
Yes, that was a good match.
And then trios Blackpool Combat defeated Dalton Cassidy and the Boys.
That was fucked up. They just assaulted him before the match and then just done.
IWGP United States Championship. Kenny Omega defeated Jeff Cobb.
Yep.
AEW International Championship. Orange Cassidy defeats the Butcher.
Get it right. Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Okay. Ruby Soho defeat Will and Nightingale.
Yeah, with the biggest help ever from Saraya and what the hell's her name? I can't even think right now. But Jamie Hayter came out and fucking handled that real quick after Riho came out.
Adam Cole defeated Daniel Garcia, who I never heard of before.
Yeah, Daniel Garcia, he's been in it for a while. He was wrestling with like the likes of Pentagon Jr. and stuff like them on their side. And yeah, that was actually a good match too. I actually like that.
So I'm just reading some of this stuff real quick. Who's the other one that was in here? Toni Storm was the woman that you were talking about.
Yeah, Toni Storm. Yeah.
Who is another ex-WWE superstar.
There's a lot of ex-WWE stars there, man. It's crazy. But then you also got the aspect of there's a lot of former TNA stars there. There's a former Ring of Honor stars there. There's a former NJ New Japan Pro Wrestling ones there. Also, if it's still a faction, I don't know because I haven't watched in a while, but also there is a faction called The Factory.
Okay.
By QT Marshall. QT Marshall and The Factory are most of the guys on there are Monster Factory people.
Awesome.
So.
I mean, but yeah, we'll have to dive into AEW more one night.
Well, you got to remember, there's 3 basic AEW shows. There's Monday. Is it Monday? Monday? No.
Monday. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
When was it?
Last
Wednesday.
night's Dynamite.
It's Tuesday Night Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
There's AEW Dark, which is usually not on TV.
Yep.
Then there's Friday Night Dynamite, and then whatever pay-per-views they have.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on in wrestling we're going to have to keep our eyes on. Even if we don't watch it, even if we see like, okay, we get into the clip and get some of the highlights. I mean, it's just good talk, man, especially with some of the stuff going on. Like, I used to love being up late night, like tonight. I've got some stuff to do after we end this show. And then I got work tomorrow. But I used to stay up late, and on nights that New Japan Pro Wrestling was on, I'd sit there and watch that. And then like at the end of it, if I missed some because I got on too late, I'd go back online and I'd find the matches I missed and just do a quick summary of them.
Yeah, TNA's on once in a while too.
Yep, Ring of Honor, you got to watch on when it comes on. But like, I mean, there's so many. We can even do another one, which I don't know if you've ever heard of them. I forget the name of it. They're on TikTok. These two guys do all wrestling stuff, and they even watch like micro wrestling here and there. So, Straight Shoot, I think it's called Straight Shoot.
Okay. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, you watch some of their things. It's pretty cool. They do guess the wrestler, shit like that. It's kind of fun.
Nice.
But yeah.
And then we can always dive back into older day wrestling too.
Yeah, I kind of got caught up in that yesterday. When I was relaxing, I kind of got caught up on some old ECW moments.
Yeah, Kevin says, "Good night, boys. Enjoy the night." Mr.
Thanks, Kev. Have a good one, bud. I'll talk to you. Hopefully we're going at some point tomorrow night. I don't know my plans yet, but it might be a late night stream. I don't know.
But so he must have been watching the whole time, and he knows that he is now refereed a match.
That's good. That's good.
Hopefully.
Because unless Morgan told him.
Yeah, Morgan probably like, Johnny and Matt gonna fight to the death, and we gotta be part of it.
Oh boy, I don't know, man. I don't know about to the death. I don't think I could do that to you.
Well, I'm opening the line at plus 500 for myself. I'm the severe underdog in this case. Give me plus 500 any day of the week. I'll give you
plus 500.
A minus 250. Okay.
We're gonna do the day we do that. We're gonna do a poll, and we're gonna have it. Who wins, but we're gonna give odds on it too.
And then you got another what's up from Gary.
Well, yeah, Gary.
I think that's at least 5 tonight.
That's more than 5.
I mean, I could always just do this if you want me to. If you ever want me to just
Nah, we're gonna eventually get a counter.
Well, I can just pop something up like this on the bottom.
I'll take the bets. Chazzy said he'll take the bets. He'll hold the money.
See, I could always just display this. What's that at the bottom?
I like that.
Yeah,
we could do that. Yeah.
And then I could always just edit it as the night goes on.
There you go. Every time you get a what's up, you got to do it. That look, he just what's up again. This is fucking fun. In the words of Mills Lane, let's get it on. All right, yeah, I love that. Mills Lane. Celebrity. See, that's another thing. We could talk celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah. Chris saying, okay, boys, nice talking. You have a nice night. What's up at the end tonight?
Chris, I
mean, this show is still pretty raw, pretty new, but me and Matt have a lot of ideas, that's for sure.
Ideas we are not running short on, bro.
Yep. Gary says, got water. Gary, I do not want to look at another case of water for the rest of my life.
Did you see what Chazzy just wrote?
Yeah, celebrity deathmatch.
Dude, I'm down. I am down for celebrity deathmatch night, man.
So,
oh my god.
Well, if we do it in real life too, does that mean we have to cover ourselves in putty? Oh, imagine that, okay? It'd be kind of disgusting, but just form like mud clay on us, and then whoever loses like basically melts.
Stop right there.
Okay.
We're gonna do the sumo one, but I got a rebuttal to that since you said mud. During the summer, we get one of those inflatable pools.
Oh boy.
Me and you, mud wrestling.
Oh boy.
I don't know what woman or man would want to see us do this, but god damn it, I'm vested. Let's do it.
Oh, man. I'm always trying to find new ways to get banned on my show, so if Mud Wrestling does it, sure.
Let's put it this way. If my cussing has not gotten me banned, there's no way you're getting banned. Jazzy said, laughing out loud. Dude, I'll do it. I mean, I'll even do you one better. If you don't want to do mud because you don't want to get that dirty, even though mud wrestling would be fun.
Jello wrestling?
Jello wrestling or lubricant wrestling.
No, I'm not doing lubricant wrestling with you. No way.
Why not?
No way.
Be all slippery and sliding, baby.
No, I'm quite okay. What? I'll do mud wrestling.
Oh! Bra and panties pillow match.
I'm not getting any bra and panties with you neither. Nice try. No. Now, if we can find females to do it, absolutely. But
then we'll definitely get banned.
Yeah, well. Look what they put on Twitch now, the goddamn hot.
Yeah, but here's the problem. All you need is one pillow to hit the wrong thing and something pop out. Now we're like, up, there goes our show.
That's why you find flat-chested women. You can't see them to begin with.
Oh my God, we're there. I think the show is taking a dramatic turn.
I guess Von's not offering it, but he usually says, there goes the PG.
There's never PG when I'm around. We all know that.
No. And next Tuesday's going to be even more NC-17. Oh, how'd you put it in chat the other night? NA-17.
I put NA. It's supposed to be NC-17. I think I hit NC, and I don't know why NA came up, and I'm like, the fuck? Yeah, so, but no, I think I might be the voice of reason and tone it down that night. Just surprise everybody. But then again,
if you can pull that off while playing Never Have I Ever live on stream, I will give you a lot of credit.
See, that's the thing. It's Never Have I Ever, and this is the problem with that. 90% of the people that played it, whether they're with their family, their friends, even if there's drinks involved and shit like that, 90% of the people lie. Like, somebody could ask you that question, and you've obviously done it, but you don't want people to know it, so you're like, meh. Or, me, I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, we're doing it.
I might get off stream and get yelled at, but I'll take that abuse. I mean,
you also tend to lie a little bit more when you have a couple alcoholics in your system.
No. When we played in North Carolina, did you lie about any?
No.
Okay, then there you go. Here we go to maybe. No, Lord help me.
I tried to recruit Curtis for Tuesday night. He said he would be a maybe. So I know we have at least 4 of us right now. Maybe we can get 5 on there. So.
Yeah, Tuesday I will join the show. Usually that'll be like my normal gaming streaming night. But if we're doing Never Have I Ever, and I mean, here's the thing: we're gonna have chat involved in this too. So I mean, that might be the show that gets us banned.
Luckily for me, I use a third-party website, so maybe I might get lucky. Maybe.
Yeah, but you're still on Twitch and you're still on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't.
I don't think YouTube really cares as long as you don't DMCA. As long as you're not playing music that's not licensed, that's got a licensing right to it, I think you're good.
Well, we just be mindful of a lot of things. That's all. But it's gonna be a wild night. Tomorrow night, I have Miss Andrea's back in the studio, and
yes, I heard, I saw.
Mr. Sam hopping on. They're gonna.
And what are we discussing tomorrow night?
They're doing an hour's worth discussion for Lord of the Rings.
Wait, hold on. Wait, is there a part 1, 2, and 3?
I have no idea what they have in store.
Oh, they can't pack that all into one.
I'm sitting that one out. I would not be on the
I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. I watched the movie. I was like, eh. I was more of a Hobbit. The Hobbit was a little bit better to me in that aspect. But the original, the main trilogy ever will always be Star Wars. So,
but I haven't watched any of Star Wars neither.
I know. We're still waiting there, Mr. Wookiee.
Okay, okay, Chewie.
I am.
So we got that tomorrow night. I don't know what's in store for the second hour. If they only doing an hour of that, I got to come up with something for the second hour. And
you could always splice something together from previous ones and do a montage of your greatest hits from movie night.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. I always do.
You're good at editing.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
Then next Monday we have Sports Gladiators. We'll be talking the opening weekend in Phillies baseball, stuff like that.
Oh, by the way, before you go any further on that, did you see the score? It was 5-0 in the fourth, and then all of a sudden it was like 9-5, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yep, Aaron Nola gave up 5 runs, and then Soto came in and gave in another 3. So they wound up losing 11-7 today
Oh, jeez.
to the Texas Rangers of all teams in Texas.
Yeah, well, they weren't used to that warm weather. You know, they're in Clearwater that whole time. You'd think they'd be used to it.
Yeah, well, it's only one game.
But
I'm not worried about it.
well, you got Sports Gladiators on that, and
Monday.
then what do you got for your? We got our entertainment night where we're all probably going to get banned for the rest of our lives. We're going to have death threats sent to us, corrupting people.
Yeah.
What about your Wednesday entertainment night?
My Wednesday video game show, you mean? Video game
Well, yeah,
evening.
video game show. I call it entertainment because that's entertainment to me.
I am trying to work on getting my buddy on from California. The time difference is a little bit different. He's married, has a kid, so. But I am trying my best to get my friend cycling with Doc.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a Twitch follower of his. He's a virtual cyclist. He streams cycling. It's actually really cool.
That's an awesome idea and concept. I like that.
But he is also an ex military service member, so he has a lot of
shout out to the veterans out there.
So
we love you. We love you. Thank you for what you've done.
My friend Gary, who hangs out in our chat, also supports him in the stream. So Gary knows
Awesome.
him quite well. So he's a very down to earth guy. He's just getting into Fortnite. He sometimes pops in the chat huge when he's not busy.
Standing up.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of fun things coming. I mean, this is only week 2 of Turnbuckle Thursdays.
Yeah, and then we have to do the next week too because we have to discuss who is the winner of the picks, and we also have to discuss it.
Yeah, that would be next Thursday.
Yep.
And then we can dive into old school wrestling. Anyone that comes back and watches the show, we're open ideas as well. If there's something you want to talk about in the chat, let us know.
Yeah, Chad. If you think that you could sit there and say, Money in the Bank from this year, let's talk it. We'll break it down, dissect it. We'll talk about what we thought, and or even if it's just a single match or something you saw one day, we'll talk.
Yeah,
that's how we do.
And that's the whole premise of the show, doing it live and all that. Like, yeah, you can sit and listen to podcasts, but I like the live interaction with people so they can know what we're talking about, listening and stuff like that. So, yeah. But if you haven't done so already, drop a like. Make sure you like both mine and Matt's Twitch. He is Darthnexxu5 with a 5, not an S. on Twitch. He has a Facebook page that he's trying to grow as well.
TikTok.
So, yeah, he's popular.
I would, man. You have more followers than me. What the hell are you talking about?
I don't have that many.
Dude, you have 48 on Twitch. I'm sitting at 17. I'm trying to break 20 by the beginning of April. I got 17. I need 3 more to hit 20. I got 15. Is it 15 over on Facebook, and I have 118 over on my TikTok.
Well, there you go. But you got a hell of a lot more on TikTok than I do.
Well, that's because TikTok, TikTok was one of those things that just spurred a moment. It just popped up and it was like, bam, all right, let's go. But
I mean, I'm being honest. I only have 3 on Facebook, 50 on YouTube.
We're getting there. But I am looking forward to one thing this week as well.
What's that?
And that is your weekly roundup, sir. I love your weekly roundup at the end, seeing what the shows have done, seeing how much the community has grown.
Yeah, day by day, it's definitely grown. I will say that.
I am so proud to be a part of it too. Yeah, it's an honor.
I am happy that you agreed to help. I mean,
hey,
you, Ron, Morgan,
that's what family's for, bro.
Yeah. I mean, you got the 4 of you who have fueled me. Like, I mean, 7 months ago, if you would have told me that 7-8 months down the road I'd be doing all this still, I would have laughed at you. But
it's an investment in yourself, and it's an investment for the future.
Yeah, and people have told me, like I said, I talked to a lot of different streamers, and I have mentioned this to you before. what a lot of people like is consistency.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I'm striving for. I hate canceling shows. Even if you just do a show for 45 minutes, so be it. We did something that night. It got out there. The name's growing. I'm working on merchandise on the side.
Yep.
Andrea has been designing some kick-ass logos and stuff like that. So
Which I have seen, and I am waiting to see what we do with that, man.
Especially that one that you really like. We won't.
Oh,
give it
that
away.
one. I'm not giving it away. No, people, you got to wait to see this. But this one was just, I mean, oh my God, I loved it.
Andrew is amazing with it. So I hope to
Yeah.
unveil those soon. I got the studio construction going on in the room I'm in now. Almost, I'd say halfway done.
Yep. So yeah.
The next thing you know, we'll be doing IOL streams as well.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to look forward into. I mean, if you haven't noticed lately, guys, like I said earlier, I've been working for somebody else at work, but my stream has gone down, whether it's been over here or on my gaming side. IRL shit comes up, whether it be a migraine, this, that, and to try and get a schedule right now with as hectic as it is hard. And as John has said, consistency is key. I try to strive to be consistent, but until you get control of everything out here, you can't be consistent here.
Yeah. And my motto of this is, like, I had to miss Monday night show. Life happens.
Well, you were supplying the people with good drinking water so they did not die or dehydrate.
Well, when you have
Mr. Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, but when you have 3 trucks with 20 pallets each show up at the same time, it gets a little chaotic.
It's chaotic, but if you didn't have that there and somebody really needed it, then,
Yeah, and now they have too much.
Yes.
Because the hysteria, I think, was blown out of proportion.
It is, but at the same time, you got to be better to be prepared than not.
Yeah, so I might be making another T-shirt if my boss allows me. She was joking, saying we should get T-shirts made saying, we survived Watergate 2023.
Oh, I mean, that would be nice.
And this is coming from a head manager saying that.
Well, that's funny. That's great.
It's like, I saw your T-shirt from your show. You showed me pictures of that. Now you can make another T-shirt.
Good job. Thanks, Gare.
But, no,
well,
it's been a fun night.
I would like to say, because we're getting ready to end, I can see it, guys. As always, from me, there's highs and lows in life. It's always a great high being here with John. I always leave my show with a saying, and I always like to bring it out. And tonight, I just want to say, follow your dreams. Follow your heart. Stay safe. Peace.
I'm not going to say nothing, but have a good night. And Andrea and Sam will be on tomorrow night, starting at 9 o'clock for Friday night movie night, doing Lord of the Rings, which I know nothing about. So I'm going to pull a Vince McMahon tomorrow night and sit behind the camera. Gary, you have a good night, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.
Peace.